Hey guys, what's going on? Back for another game review, and I'm really excited to be talking about this one. For today's review, I'm going to be talking about Metal Hellsinger. This is a new first-person shooter rhythm game developed by The Outsiders. As far as I'm aware, this is their second game after developing a game called Darkborn. This was announced, I believe, back at Summer Games Fest, but what really got me excited was the look, gameplay, and music. Metal Hellsinger looked like a cross between Doom meets Painkiller, but if those games' gameplay was driven by music. Metal music specifically. And then there was a demo that was released, and I played that demo non-stop. Now, to be transparent, I have been playing a review copy, and the footage that you're seeing is captured on an Xbox Series X. Getting right into it, Metal Hellsinger is a hell of a time, pun totally intended, and man, I can't get enough of it. Getting into the plot, in Metal Hellsinger, you play as a character simply known as Unknown, a demonic creature going through 9 levels of hell hunting judges, but for a purpose that I don't want to say. Let's get into everything I like. Now, obviously, starting off with the gameplay. The gameplay, simply put, is a fucking blast. So like I had mentioned, imagine Doom meets Painkiller in a rhythm game. But to go into better detail, the music is what drives the gameplay here. Whether it's dashes, attacks, reload, etc. The more you stay on beat and tempo, the more intense the music gets. So for example, if you have a 2x combo going at the moment, you'll have a little instrumental. 4 to 8 times, the music gets more intense, but then at 16 times, not only does it get so much heavier, but the vocals come in. The music is something I'll be talking about a few times here. There's about 9 levels in the game, including a tutorial. You travel on the level, get to an arena-like area, kill a bunch of demons, move on to the next area, rinse and repeat. I also liked the variety of the weapons here. You obviously come across more as you progress in the game, but you're able to use dual revolvers, a shotgun, a crossbow, daggers, a katana, and a skull that shoots fire. The sound of a katana slicing through an enemy, blasting an enemy away with a shotgun or crossbow, and getting headshot after headshot using revolvers is very satisfying. Even more so when you get a hit down to the beat. More on this later. Getting to the main selling point of this game for me, that's how the combat mixes with the rhythm gameplay with heavy metal. In each level, there's a vocalist from a well-known band that has contributed to a level. Whether it's Elisa White Glutz, which I'm so sorry for mispronouncing her name, from Arch Enemy, Bjorn Strid from Soilwork, Matt Heafy from Trivium, and Source to Canyon from one of my favorite bands of all time, System of a Down. Something that I absolutely loved was how in each level how the music was always different, which gave each level its own feel in terms of tempo and matched the combat down to the specific beat of music. There are some beats that are more difficult to nail down than others, but believe me when I say this, once you're able to match the beats and the level with the band that you love, you'll find yourself dashing, slicing, and shooting like your own demon slayer, and you will feel like a badass. What I'm about to say is a no shit Sherlock statement, but either have a great pair of headphones or a great speaker system, and if you have either one of those two, you're going to have one hell, pun totally intended, of a metal concert in either your living room or within your headphones. Getting onto the levels themselves, I love not only the variety of the maps, but in each one they have their own distinct feel to them. From a city in hell to a level in ice, an industrial-like area to a graveyard-like area, and the final area is just insane. I also really dug how the game looks. To say the least, Metal Hellsinger is a very stylish looking game. From how the Unknown looks, the level designs, the enemy designs, which look awesome, down to the bosses themselves. Now there's 2 modes that you can play in. Fidelity mode where it's 4K locked at 30 frames per second, or performance where it's upscaled 4K to 60 frames per second. While fidelity mode looks quite excellent, I personally believe the best experience comes from performance mode. And I also have to talk about the story and how it's presented. Metal Hellsinger has its plot shown, or presented I should say, in this graphic novel style, and it's a presentation that I really dug. If there was a comic prequel or just a comic made from this game, I would be there day one to buy it. And there's even a couple of twists that I genuinely did not see coming. One in the end, without giving it anything away, I thought was very clever. And not to mention as well that the campaign is narrated by Troy Baker, who brings even more personality to a game that is already full of so much personality. He also voices the side missions, and if you do very, very well with the side missions, he has a couple of lines that had me cracking up. Now, the campaign of the game lasts about 8 to 9 hours. At least that's how long it took me to beat the game without the extra missions. And speaking of which, even when done with the campaign, I didn't even realize that there are bonus missions where you acquire perks, and these perks will help you out so much in the long run. One perk especially, when you switch to a different weapon, you get 8 free shots before your clip actually goes down. And when you have this with the crossbow, oh, the amount of mayhem you ensue is just batshit insane. Now on to my issues. First of which is the boss music. Minus the final boss of the game, each boss has the same boss music. Personally, I feel like this was such a missed opportunity because given the incredible talent that they have of vocalists for the game, if they were to contribute their own music for the bosses, I feel like the boss battles could have been even better. Do not get me wrong. The boss music that we're given is great, but man, I really wish that someone like, let's say, Matt Heafy of Trivium got to contribute his own music for the bosses. Or hell, Alyssa White-Gless's vocals in her level, that boss with her vocals would have been fucking epic. With that being said, the final boss music, amazing. Also, I do wish that there could have been a bit more in terms of enemy design, like maybe a designer or two more could have helped, but really that's just more of a nitpick. One more thing that I'll mention is that in my playtime, I did experience a few bugs. Nothing game breaking, but I did experience a few bugs. So overall, Metal Hellsinger is a hell of a time. I have been having a kick-ass time playing this game, and by the end of the campaign, I said out loud, I need a sequel immediately. From the world, the addicting gameplay, the pulse-pounding soundtrack, and the fun story, this is a game that simply put, you guys need to play, especially if you love heavy metal and doom style games. All in all, I'm going to give Metal Hellsinger a 9 out of 10. I've been praising this game to my friends, and I know I'll be continuing to praise it in the coming future. I really hope this game gets DLC or even a sequel in the future. Please, I want a sequel to this so bad. This game will be on Game Pass, but I urge all to pick this game up and just have a blast raising hell. So comment down below and let me know, what is your favorite Doom-inspired game that you've played? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the username in the description below. That's going to wrap it up for my review of Metal Hellsinger. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for when my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click on the left or right side of the screen. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.